2 away.
This is not an easy play with a guy that runs as well as Marte.
And here is score.
Have you ever seen a game turn on its head in the blink of an eye? One moment, you're watching a tense pitcher's duel, where every pitch feels like the most important one. The next, a complete defensive meltdown opens the door. And just when you think you have the game figured out, a ninth inning blast with 2 outs changes everything. That is the definition of unforgettable baseball, and it's exactly what we got in this electrifying showdown between the Rangers and the Diamondbacks. This wasn't just a game. It was a story with twists, turns, and heroes emerging when it mattered most. Welcome to Baseball Extra, your home for the best baseball highlights and in-depth analysis. You are not going to want to miss a single second of this breakdown, so let's get right into the action. The stage was set perfectly. On the mound for the Rangers, the 25-year-old rookie, Jack Leiter. He's been a fascinating story this season, armed with electric stuff, but still learning to command it at the big league level. As he takes the mound, you can see the focus. He's looking to set the tone early against the dangerous Diamondbacks lineup. First up, Kettlemart. Leiter delivers, and Mart makes contact, but it's a weak chopper toward third. It takes a massive hop, forcing Josh Young to charge in, glove it, and fire to first. Young has to be quick. Mart is one of the fastest players in the league, but the throw is true. A fantastic defensive play to start the game, and that's one away. That brings up Corbin Carroll, a player who homered just last night and is always a threat. Leiter knows he can't make a mistake here. He works the count, and on a 2-2 pitch, he unleashes absolute fire. A 100-mile-per-hour fastball right at the top of the strike zone. Carroll swings right through it, completely overpowered. That's a statement pitch from the rookie. 2 outs. Leiter finishes the inning by getting the next batter, retiring the side in perfect 1-2-3 fashion. A flawless start for the young right-hander. Now, we flip to the bottom of the first. The Diamondbacks send their own right-hander, Anthony, to the mound. His key is getting a hit in the count. When he does, opponents are hitting him measly. 105 against him. He gets a quick first out, but then he has to face the man they call the Diamondback Killer, Corey Seager. The strategy is simple. Just don't let him beat you with men on base. Seager rips a ground ball that looks ticketed for right field. It seems like a sure base hit, but out of nowhere, second baseman Kettlemart dives to his right, fully extended. He snags the ball, and in one fluid, impossible motion, he spins on his knees and fires a laser to first. Out. An absolutely spectacular, highlight reel play from Mart. To make a throw that accurate after a full 360-degree spin is just breathtaking. That is a web gem we'll be seeing for a long time. That play energized the D-backs. Anthony, feeding off that energy, strikes out the next batter, Marcus Semien, on a nasty breaking ball. Both pitchers come out of the gate looking sharp, and we head to the second inning, still scoreless. As we enter the second, the Rangers are looking to answer back after that defensive magic by Mart. Jock Pederson leads off and starts things right, lacing a clean single into the outfield. The Rangers have their first base runner. Next up is Wyatt Langford. He was the hero in the previous game with a 3-run homer that turned the tide. The D-backs know how dangerous he is. Langford doesn't go for the long ball this time. He serves a bouncing ball right back up the middle, past the diving infielders for another base hit. Just like that, the Rangers have runners on first and second with nobody out. The pressure is on. Here comes Rowdy Tellez, another player with ninth-inning heroics in his recent past. The Rangers are in a prime position to break this game open. As Tellez settles in, the runners take their leads. And then, something brilliant happens. With everyone focused on the batter, Jock Pederson on second base sees an opportunity. He takes off for third. The catcher is caught completely by surprise and doesn't even make a throw. A perfectly timed, uncontested stolen base. It's a gutsy play that puts a runner just 90 feet away from scoring. Now with runners on the corners, the D-backs' pitcher bears down. He knows he needs a strikeout, and he gets it, freezing Tellez on a perfectly located fastball for the first out. A huge out, but the danger isn't over. Adolis Garcia steps in. He's a guy you can count on to drive in a run. On the pitch, the Rangers put the runner from first, Langford, in motion. Garcia hits a ground ball to the shortstop. It looks like a potential inning-ending double play, but because Langford was already running, the shortstop's only play is to first base. He gets the out, but Pedersen trots home from third to score. That is brilliant baseball strategy. By setting the runner in motion, the Rangers took the double play out of the equation and manufactured a run. They'll take the lead, 1-0. The inning ends with a fantastic catch by the right fielder, who reaches over the railing into the camera well to snag a foul ball. But the damage is done. The Rangers played some smart, aggressive baseball and scratched out the first run of the game. Heading into the top of the third, the Diamondbacks need an answer. And they get it from the hottest hitter on their team, Blaze Alexander. This man has been on an absolute tear in August, and he steps to the plate looking to do damage. Leiter, the Rangers pitcher, makes one of his few mistakes of the night. He leaves a four-seam fastball right over the heart of the plate, belt high. For a major league hitter, that's a gift. Alexander's eyes must have lit up. He puts a beautiful swing on it, and there is no doubt about this one. He absolutely crushes it. The ball explodes off the bat at 105 miles per hour and travels 411 feet into the left center field seats. A majestic solo home run, and just like that, we are tied at 1. That's his 4th home run in the last 9 games. He is simply on fire. That home run seemed to rattle Leiter a bit. He follows it up by giving up a double and then a walk. Suddenly, the Diamondbacks are building an inning and threatening to take the lead. The pressure is back on the rookie. But here is where you see the composure and the promise of Jack Leiter. With 2 runners on, he faces Corbin Carroll again. He goes to his out pitch, the changeup. He throws one that starts in the zone and then fades beautifully off the plate, diving into the dirt. Carroll can't resist and swings over the top for strike 3. That's the second time tonight Leiter has struck out Carroll, and it's a massive first out. After a walk loads the bases, the inning comes down to Adrian Del Castillo. The tying run is on third, the go-ahead on second. The crowd is tense. Leiter needs one more out to escape the jam he created. He digs deep and gets Del Castillo to pop one high up into the air on the right side of the infield. Adolis Garcia drifts under it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Leiter bends, but he doesn't break. He gives up the lead but strands the bases loaded to keep the game tied. A huge moment of growth for the young pitcher. In the bottom of the third, the Rangers once again show their knack for creating opportunities. A walk and a hit by pitch put 2 runners on with nobody out for the second straight inning. The D-backs are in a dangerous spot. Marcus Semien, one of the best clutch hitters in the game, steps up. He gets a breaking ball and lifts it high and deep to left center field. It's got a chance. The center fielder, Alec Thomas, is racing back to the warning track, back to the wall. And he makes a spectacular catch, crashing into the fence just in front of the bullpen. What an effort. It wasn't a home run, but it was deep enough to be a productive out. The runner from third, Higgy, tags up and scores easily. The runner from second also advances to third. It's a sacrifice fly for Semien, and the Rangers have retaken the lead, 2-1. The D-backs managed to get a big strikeout of Jock Pedersen for the second out, but a walk to Langford loads the bases once again. The Rangers are just one hit away from blowing this game wide open. But the D-backs pitcher survives, getting a fly ball to end the inning. Still, the Rangers push another run across and are now in control. The 4th inning becomes a true pitcher's duel. Both starters settle back in. In the top of the 5th, Wyatt Langford makes another incredible play in center field. On a ball hit deep to the warning track, he sprints back, tracks it perfectly, and makes the catch just before crashing hard into the padded wall. He flashes a smile afterward, knowing he saved an extra base hit. These defensive plays are keeping the game close. What a showcase of athleticism on both sides. This is the kind of defensive action that makes our baseball highlights package so exciting here at Baseball Extra. The Rangers make a pitching change, bringing in another hard-throwing righty, Colwyn, a former first-round pick. He's tasked with protecting this slim 2-1 lead. The first batter he faces, Del Castillo, greets him rudely by splitting the gap in right center for a stand-up double. He got a fastball on the outer half and stroked it perfectly to the opposite field. Just like that, the tying run is in scoring position with nobody out. The pressure is immediately on the new pitcher. This is a pivotal moment. The Diamondbacks are thinking, we just have to get this run home. But Colwyn had other ideas. This is where he showed why he was a top prospect. He buckled down and went to work. Facing the next batter, Locklear, Wynn unleashes a devastating splitter that dives out of the zone at the last second. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out. Next up, Alec Thomas. Wynn again goes to his splitter. Another swing and another miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 outs. The inning now rests on the shoulders of the man who tied the game earlier, Blaze Alexander. Wynn works the count full to 3-2. The runner on second gets his lead. This is the pitch of the game so far. Wynn comes set and fires a sharp cutter right at the top of the strike zone. Alexander's frozen. Strike 3 called. Cole Wynn strikes out the side after giving up a leadoff double. What an incredible display of poise and power pitching. He single-handedly protected the lead and electrified his dugout. We move to the 7th inning, and the Rangers bring in yet another reliever, Robert Garcia. And this is where the game takes a bizarre and costly turn. The leadoff batter hits a soft ground ball right back to the pitcher, Garcia. This should be the easiest play in baseball, but the ball deflects off Garcia's glove. He then accidentally kicks it. He panics, recovers, and tries a desperate backhand flip to first base. But he throws it away. The runner, Herrera, never stops running and ends up all the way at second base. It was a comedy of errors, a complete defensive disaster on what should have been a routine out. The next play only adds to the chaos. A ground ball is hit to third. The throw to second base to try and get the force out is mishandled. The runner is safe. Now there are runners on the corners with nobody out, and the Diamondbacks haven't hit a ball harder than 50 miles per hour this inning. The Rangers are just giving them opportunities. Kettle Mart, who already has a web gem, comes to the plate. He hits a slow roller to the right side. Marcus Semien was shaded more toward the middle and has to run a long way to get it. He fields it, but his throw to first is a fraction too late. The run scores from third, and we are tied at 2. A run scores on an infield single that was set up entirely by defensive miscues. A frustrating, unearned run for the Rangers to give up. Garcia manages to bounce back and get out of the inning without any more damage, but the momentum has completely shifted. The Diamondbacks were gifted a run and are right back in this game, all thanks to a defensive meltdown. After the Rangers failed to score in the bottom of the 7th, we head to the 8th inning of a tie game. The tension is palpable. The Rangers bring in their flamethrower, Danny Kulo, who was dominant last night. He comes in firing, striking out the first batter he faces. But the story of this inning isn't just the pitching, it's the strike zone. The home plate umpire has been inconsistent all night for both teams, and frustrations are starting to boil over. Kulo gets the second batter of the inning, Perdomo, on a called strike 3. Perdomo is furious. He turns and argues, clearly believing the pitch was outside. He has a few words for the umpire, and then the Diamondbacks manager, Torey Lovulo, comes storming out of the dugout. Lovulo knows you get automatically ejected for arguing balls and strikes, but at this point, he doesn't care. He is livid. He's standing up for his player and letting the umpire know that the calls have been unacceptable. He gets tossed from the game, but he made his point. It's a manager trying to fire up his team for the final push. The crowd is buzzing. The drama is off the charts as we head into the final inning. The top of the 9th. Tie game, 2-2. 2 outs. Nobody on base. The inning looks like it's going to end quietly. And then, Kettle Mart steps to the plate. The same Kettle Mart who made the defensive play of the game earlier. The count goes to 2 strikes. The Rangers are 1 pitch away from sending this to the bottom of the 9th. The pitcher delivers a cutter, down and in, a tough pitch. But Mart was ready for it. He times it perfectly and unleashes an explosive swing. The sound of the bat is a cannon shot. It is a no-doubter the second it leaves the bat. A rocket ship deep into the left field seats. A go-ahead, 2 out, 2-strike home run in the top of the 9th inning. The Diamondbacks dugout erupts. Mart has completely stunned this crowd and given his team a 3-2 lead. What a clutch, incredible moment. A true piece of MLB analysis shows that hitting a pitch in that location, in that situation, is what separates the great players from the good ones. Now, the Diamondbacks bring in their rookie closer to try and seal the victory in the bottom of the 9th. He comes in throwing 99-mile-per-hour gas. He gets the first out, jamming Adolis Garcia. But the game wasn't over yet. Josh Young hits an absolute rocket, a 101-mile-per-hour ground ball right back up the middle. It looks like a certain base hit, but who is there to meet it? Kettle Mart. He makes another diving stop behind second base and from his back, he flips the ball to the shortstop covering the bag, who then throws to first for the out. It's an unbelievable, game-saving defensive play. It's the second time tonight he has absolutely robbed a Ranger hitter. Down to the last out, the Rangers can't muster any more magic. A final ground out to short ends the game. The Diamondbacks, on the back of a ninth-inning home run and spectacular defense from Kettlemart, win it 3-2. What an unbelievable finish. From a tense pitches duel to a defensive meltdown, all culminating in a dramatic two-out home run in the ninth inning. This game truly had everything and is a perfect example of why we love this sport. Kettlemart was the undisputed hero, with a game-winning homer and two of the best defensive plays you will ever see. If you love deep dive MLB analysis and incredible baseball highlights like this, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And most importantly, make sure you subscribe to Baseball Extra and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the action. Thank you so much for joining us for this breakdown. We'll see you in the next one.